journey to Canada started when I moved to Spain. When I heard the singing, when I heard the cante hondo and the strings of the guitar, and then that powerful woman on stage, flamenco took my soul, and I said, sorry, you have to go to Spain. When I left Mexico, it was hard. I think was the first person in my family, especially a woman, not married, that left home, at least in my milieu. But it was brave in my part to leave my home, my family home, and go to Spain to pursue my dream. And it was very hard once I was there because you understand that flamenco is not simply just a dance, but it's just learning a culture, learning all the different rhythms, understanding the cante and the palmas and how everything works together. So it was not easy. I became a professional dancer there, met my husband, Victor. And after 2 years or 3 years of being touring around, moving wherever the world took us, and expecting my second child, we decided to come to Canada. Well, when Victor and I arrived to Canada in 1989, as I said, no too much flamenco here, not too much knowledge. So it was a challenge and an opportunity. I was invited to give classes. People wanted. It was sort of a strategy, but maybe just came out very natural. So people wanted to know flamenco, people wanted to dance flamenco. So we started the school. The school was our private business. My company, Flamenco Rosario, which produces all the professional work, and the Flamenco Festival is a non-profit society. The Rosario Answer Flamenco Art Society has a board of directors. It has its own physical and financial, totally separate from Flamenco Rosario, the school, and my personal business, my husband and I personal business. So they both grew parallel, feeding each other and helping each other. At the beginning, because there was no funding for us, we financed our festival and our company with a credit card. I'm very proud. We helped to change the perception of flamenco as entertainment, from entertainment to our work. The company Flamenco Rosario and the festival receive funding, core funding, from all the federal government, provincial, the city, and federal. Also, before all this started, there was a foundation who helped us a lot. In 2017, after 30 years of teaching flamenco, we decided to close our personal business, the school, and put all our efforts in the professional aspect of our work and the festival, which is very popular. When I was in Spain, I always worked for a company, for a dance company, or for a tablao. So I was hired, so I danced whatever they asked me to dance, no? They choreograph. When I came to Canada, isolated from Spain, because at that time, there was no YouTube, there was no videos, there was nothing. The first 8 years, I did not return. The children were small, we were making a living. That helped me to create my own style of expressing myself. I found my style, I found what worked for me to express myself, and also to change my mind in the sense that, okay, so after so many years choreographing an alegría, a soleá, a dance in flamenco, as you do in Spain, I wanted to say something. So there is a Mexican artist who uses flamenco to express themselves in Canada, they can understand it because it's human. It's humanity. It's not different from them. I believe that my values and I believe that my artistry had influence also, had impact in the arts community here in Canada. I think definitely there is a lot of Canadian artists who became flamenco dancers because of that. Other festivals include flamenco now. Other presenters present flamenco now. They didn't before. There was not too much acceptance in the system about foreign dances. They were more interested in modern or contemporary dance. There was a lot of work that the immigrants, me and in my time, in the 80s, did to change that perception. So for them to understand the cultural background of what we do. I believe that for all these people who want to immigrate to Canada, they have an opportunity here, but the difference here is that you work hard, you see the fruits. But in retrospective, has been the best decision we have made in my life. Canada has been very receptive about our art form because Canada gives you opportunities. Canada is very supportive of the arts and understands the value of the arts in the society. Canada has a very healthy society, and arts are an essential part of that.